What is up, you guys? My name is Jordan. Thank you for stopping by the channel once again. Now, if you've been around here long enough, or if this is your first time watching, you will come to know that I love incorporating vintage wear into my wardrobe and into my outfits. And with vintage clothing, I feel some people might have this misconception of it being like old people's clothes or like grandpa's clothes or like really old like grandpa cardigans or like golf cardigans, in which, I mean, they're kind of right. I mean, they are from older generations, but in another sense, they're completely wrong and they're very modern as well. Now, before we get started with the video, if you have not already hit that subscribe button, hello, my name is Jordan. If you guys like fashion videos, if you guys like lifestyle videos, travel videos, when I do travel, hit that subscribe button, join the family. If you guys have already been here, make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I post a video. And if you want to see like daily outfits, then go follow my Instagram. It'll be right there as well. So let's jump into the video now. I wanted to kind of go over my mindset when it comes to vintage clothing, and if you have not already considered incorporating vintage clothing into your wardrobe, hopefully this video will convince you to do so. So first and foremost, the most obvious thing when it comes to vintage or secondhand clothing is budget. You can find amazing pieces and amazing steals if you're on a budget. Like, I'm talking, if you go to the Goodwill, things are like $5. If you go to a thrift store, you can find things for like $10. Vintage clothing might be a little bit more pricey because they're more coveted, rare, if you will, but you can still find pieces that are going to be for an amazing price. And especially for you guys that are on a budget, college students, high school students, I 100% recommend going to thrift stores, vintage stores, or checking out like eBay or Grailed, well, Grailed a little more expensive, or like Poshmark or Depop, all these like secondhand online thrift places or in-store thrift places. That'll be your best bet for things that are on a budget, I promise. Not only that, check out like flea markets and stuff like that, because at those places, you're able to bargain and you can drive prices even lower. So for everybody in the comments or everybody out there saying that you're too broke to go shopping or too broke to do this, I 100% guarantee if you can put together $25, you can go to a thrift store and find some good things. And the second thing, especially for you guys that are kind of more environmentally conscious, I know for me, being a geography major, sometimes I feel guilty going to all these fast fashion stores knowing that it's kind of hurting the environment. But if you do go thrift shopping or if you do go vintage shopping, you will be reducing your carbon footprint, your environmental footprint, in a very good way. It's also going to impact the earth in a positive way and not a negative way. Also, this is just another way for me to feel a little bit better about myself for not using my college degree that I spent 4 years getting. Anyways, when I was actually looking this up, it turns out that 85% of clothing makes its way into landfills, even though the majority of clothing is recyclable. So when you go to like thrift stores and vintage shops, rather than having those clothes be detrimental to the earth and the environment that we live in, you can kind of, it's like upcycling. You're using it for yourself rather than using it for the ground and pollution and stuff like that. So, and not only that, they're dope pieces. So not only are you helping the earth, you're helping your style. So it's like a double win. You're killing two birds with one stone. I say, why not? So if you guys do care about that stuff, I recommend vintage clothing. I recommend secondhand clothing, thrift clothing, whatever you want to call it. And the next thing, which is what I think is, well, behind the environmental stuff, the second most kind of important thing about vintage and thrifted clothing is that it's completely unique. Some of my most favorite pieces in my wardrobe, and your favorite pieces in my wardrobe as well that you've seen on me, are thrifted and vintage clothing. I mean, like this one right here, everybody seems to love this thing right here. And when are you ever gonna find something like this again? It's a double-breasted, cropped, knit cardigan blazer thing, and it's two-tone. It's from Ralph Lauren as well. I got this for $30, and I guarantee you this piece, I don't know where you're gonna find another one. It's completely, that's what I like about it. It's unique to me, and it's kind of like a one-of-one piece to me. Yes, I shop at other places like Zara and things like that, where a lot of people in the world have access to that, and they're gonna have a lot of the same clothing as me. But when it comes to vintage pieces like that, I don't think anybody else, at least that I know, or there's not a lot of pieces like that out in the world. So when it comes to these vintage pieces, vintage kind of clothing in your wardrobe, it really allows you to elevate and build and kind of find your own personal style. Like Here's another one right here. I found this on eBay and I love shearling, and this is like a asymmetrical shearling leather jacket. This thing is beautiful. I got it for $55. If you were to go anywhere else, I guarantee you, you're paying more than $400, especially at places like Gucci, Saint Laurent. This is like 4,000. So, I mean, I think I did a pretty good job when it comes to this. So, you can find a lot of these kind of things that make you look high-end, but in reality you spent like 50 bucks. And I mean, it's just all about how you wear it, and it really kind of puts a nice little, like a style DNA footprint onto your personal style and wardrobe. And that's pretty much it, you guys. I mean, vintage is a really affordable way to make a really unique stamp on your own style DNA that I think if you haven't already tried, you need to at least experience once in your life and try and incorporate it in there just to see if you like it. If not, if you like going to just buy a lot of new things, more power to you, go for it. But people who are on a budget and people who are trying to experiment with trying to figure out their own personal style, I recommend vintage. I recommend just trying to find some like secondhand stuff. All right, guys, tell me what some of your favorite vintage pieces or thrifted pieces that you found in your wardrobe are. I want to know. I'm curious because I know I'm kind of like showcasing some of my favorites back there that I just showed you. So let me know. I'm curious. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And hopefully I'll be talking to you guys soon, potentially, well, whenever the next day is that I upload after this one. So talking to you guys soon. Bye.